Hey guys, it's Farfdo, but you can call me Joshua. And today I'm bringing you an Arknights account review. I'm gonna do this series like a once a month journal just to kind of see where my Arknights account stands on a month to month basis. I've realized from the grim conclusion recently that gacha games don't last forever, Servers shut down, games die out, and I've invested a lot of time into this game and I'm proud of kind of what I've achieved. But I need something to document what I'm doing this month and how it changes over the course of next month. So for this November 2024 journal, it'll be a bit longer because it is my first time going through my account. So I need to make sure I take note of things like materials and other things. I want to go over my basic items here and my growth materials, just kind of see where I stand. Currently, a lot of my time spent farming has been for grindstone. For whatever reason, I feel recently everything I've been trying to like mastery or upgrade is requiring grindstone. And the drop rate for this mat is absolutely horrendous. Goals story-wise, I do need to finish the hell stages. I just haven't been sitting down and grinding. I do know that in terms of progress, all my H stages aren't done. Like, I haven't started Chapter 13's H stages. I know I've had a year to clear that, but just I don't find it as fun. But yeah, so I need to get started on these H stages eventually. I would kind of like to get them done. I do know that they were introduced, I think, in Chapter 8. If I remember correctly. Oh, I finished all of H10. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. I just know that a lot of my H stages are still outstanding. Yeah, it's like H9-6 there. I mean, granted, they're not like super time consuming. You could watch a guide on it. They're just a lot harder and it's content I don't want to really deal with. In terms of operators, and this is where it gets tricky because I'm kind of in late game in terms of what operators I want to upgrade and kind of work on. Most recently, in the last gacha, we had Whistle. I miss Logos, which really sucks. I think like everybody else in the artist community, they as soon as they pulled their Whistle, they maxed her out, M3'd her module. For my other units, I'm pretty lazy with this type of stuff. Like I have Blaze's module, and I have her S2 M3. I need to work on upgrading this at some point. Milnar, I don't think anybody else works on it. M3 S3 M3. Sorry. Suitor, Thorns. Saria, I'm looking into probably M3ing this skill at some point and getting Saria to M6, but that's a work in progress thing. W, like I was saying earlier, is my favorite character. Eventually, I would like to, get all this done and all maxed out, get her to M9. I might work on that this month. Aya, I have it M6. Golden Glow M6. Sculptor M6. I don't really hear much about her S1, so I don't think I'll be mastering that. Silver Ash M3 S3 M3. Ling, I'm considering. I think it's this skill. Just 'cause I kind of like it and it's useful in integrated strategies, which is something I need to like actually dive into. Texas, once again, one of those units that the whole community has her like second and third at M3. Typhon, once again, another unit that gets a lot of praise, so the M6 makes sense. I used to really like this skill, but this is just a better skill. This doesn't work as well. Seeing her a lot more, I didn't realize how actually good she was until recently when I've been playing the Icebreaker games. But yeah, that's been really fun. Probably my favorite game mode so far. She's a really, really high value pick. Really glad I got her M3 done. Hoshiguma is a pretty basic pick. My first 6-star too. As you can see, I haven't even rolled another copy of her. Shalter, who's just kind of become average and phased out. Exia. I don't think I'll be upgrading any of her skills. Ifrit, I'm pretty happy. I feel like you don't really need any of their skills. Her S2 at M3 is kind of where you want to hold her. Calcit, solid. I don't think I'm upgrading more skills on her. Same thing with Mountain and Shining. Mudrock's interesting. I feel like Mudrock's value has depreciated since Penance, and I feel like not a lot of people use Juggernauts anymore. I feel like they're kind of like a dying class in this game. Granted, great defenders, great unit. It just feels like they've just taken a hit in terms of what we've been getting, and like other defenders that cost less DP to deploy kind of do their job just as well, and they can be healed. Granted, still a great unit. Don't plan on working on any of her skills. I don't think, like, I've never really heard of her these other two skills. Return to Silence, obviously, probably one of the best skills in the game. Mumu, I do want to work on. I have her at M3, but I think one of her other skills is pretty solid. So I need to take a look in. I gotta do some reading. She's actually one of the few units I have in this game that I haven't really experimented with, and I kind of need to like learn more on. Selector I have at M6. These are her 2 best skills in the game. I was talking about Icebreaker earlier. People will pick Myrtle for their PP gen, and it's just easier to be like, okay, I'm picking Selector because she can do the same thing. She'll generate a little more DP, she's a little bit slower. Her passive for allowing a -2 DP cost on a unit after her deployment is a big help. See myself using him in the future, and I'm pretty sure I'm only angry because I sparked him on his launch banner and then recently got spooked by him on Shoes banner. Gaviel, if any comments tell me there's something that Gaviel's good at and can provide, I will gladly master her skill for that. Right now, she's just a pretty collection piece, a sparkling collection piece. And Arknight, yeah, I'm considering M3 in this skill still. Just a matter of like me like locking in and doing it. I think more importantly, the unit I'm looking at the most is Omnia, because between all of her class conversions, have any of her skills M3. So I want to take a look in and kind of just see where she like falls in that like concept. More than likely, if anything will get mastered, it'll be her guard variant. Just because I know the skills on this particular version are stronger. But granted, I gotta look into Penis. I have to look into Warframe's kind of followed, and I got her pretty late into the game. I was getting unlucky with pulls and banners in between. In terms of units I want to level, I'm probably looking at Reed. And then probably Hodier. And Virtuosa. Virtuosa I know is good. I just don't know how to use her. I kind of just pulled her and then was like, okay, I got my limited for the event. I actually recently missed Logos, who's a unit I really wanted to build. I kind of just went in like too deep for Whistle, where I was like, okay, I've gotten too many spooks. I got a limited unit. I don't want to pull any further because that's just going to screw me for the next event. I need to continue to work on leveling units. As you can see, I'm pretty far behind. Granted, you'll see some off-pick like 6 stars in this like category here that are like close to being promoted. It means I pulled them early on, and then I stopped using them because I realized that they were outclassed, and the more I read and more got into this game, I was like, okay, I don't really need them. A lot of these 4 stars I don't really plan on promoting past this. But I have a lot of units to still build. I know recently we got Silver Knight Eterna on the story chapter. I still want her to like outclass my Sculptor, which I know she doesn't. It's just more like a concerning thing. To spark Sculptors, so try to use her till the very end. Ascalon I actually pulled while rolling for Whistle. So thank God I didn't roll for her beforehand. I do like Babel. I think Babel is like the coolest faction in this game. So I was really happy to see her. Granted, she's an ambusher. I'm pretty sure she outclasses Mizuki, but I'd have to read into that. If it's not like a big boy unit that's like game changing, so like Whistle, more than likely I need to go and read into it. Granted, like I'm good on EXP. Like I could probably promote everything that I wanted to P2. It's just a matter of sitting down and grinding through that. I would have to go and farm like data chips and stuff. And then all these 5 stars are gonna take years of grinding, and as like more banners come out, it's just gonna slow down the process. Looking into I guess my trust for units, that's what I try to work on daily. Do have quite a lot of units at 200% trust. I'm gonna get Iana done soon and Whisper Rain, but this will still take a very long time, and it probably doesn't help that I'm not like optimizing farming right now. 315 units summoned. These are at 95.8%. Units I'm missing are like Highmore, because I don't play integrated strategies to actually work on them. I would like Typhon skin. I own 128 outfits. The start date for this game was August 18th, 2020. Pretty early into the game's life cycle. I kind of fumbled, however, and didn't get into it until around Scotty Alter's banner, so I kind of missed a little bit, which might have been 2021. So I might have missed about the first year, but I've loved the game ever since. Thorns is my favorite unit. That's why he's on the support list. The last thing I want to cover in today's video is I did buy the Selector ticket from the recent pack in the shop. I think these things are very, 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 very worth the money because you're guaranteed a unit that you don't have. My issue is because I've been playing the game for so long, I have most of the 6 stars. So I'm in a crossroads, and I had to like sit down and like think about it. Like, what do I really need? What's not going to be in the yellow cert store soon? You might say Mostima, you would have to get, you can blow yellow certs on, and she frequents in. You can always choose her on a blue Colonel headhunting Selector. That'd probably be a waste, and I could always pull her off a recruitment. So it kind of came down, honestly, to what I needed most. I'm never going to use Dorothy. Trap Masters aren't very fun to use. They're more stressful than actually anything else. I feel like Archetto, as nice as her character design is, I'll get her eventually. Cornelian is absolute garbage. Flametail, I have Texas M6, so I don't think there's anything Flametail could provide me that I couldn't get somewhere else. Swire's cool. I do like Swire. Great design on the character, just not useful. So I left me with Jessica. Jessica came out a couple months ago. Wasn't interested in rolling for her. The benefit of me picking Jessica is that it's one less unit I have to trust farm on. She is a defender, so it's always nice to have those. Am I going to use her? Not now, but I'll find a use for her eventually. So I think the best way to just call it, pick her, and continue on with my life. So just pick her up here. If you guys enjoyed, please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. Let's aim for 3 likes on today's video. And the comments, let's discuss. Have you guys ever spent money on any sort of gacha game? Anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.